Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Monogatari of and Monster Season episode number 9 reaction. So the previous episode, I think it was the end of Waza Monogatari. We had the the flashback, the story of how Acerola became Gishot Acerola Orion Heart under Blade. We got to see that whole thing, and the previous episode showed how she became a vampire. So basically in the end, Dystopia made her into a vampire because she realized that she cannot stay here. More that she was staying, more she was being the reason for other people's death. We had what's his name, Tropicalisk. We had Tropicalisk take his own life because of her, and then Dystopia as well, because she wasn't eating. She was starving more and more, and she became more smaller, and she would have probably again ended up dying by the end of it if Killshot stayed there, Acerola stayed there. So she was like, I'm going to go, but before that she Dystopia decided to make her into a vampire. And since she was doing it for her, it wasn't really like a hostile thing, so that's why she was able to do it. And yeah, in the end she became a vampire. And they also explained why her why her curse, not curse but blessing in this sense, actually stopped working, because since she became someone who is regarded as evil, that counteracted her beauty of her soul, so that made her tolerable in front of other people's eyes. They didn't really take their own life by just looking at her now. So everything was kind of explained. It ended smoothly, and in the end you can see Dystopia still there, and Dystopia's like, okay, so should I go and meet her after so long? So I'm assuming she's going to come to Japan. So I'm curious to see what happens. So let us begin. I did see the trailer, the mini preview that they show, and I think today we're going to see Araragi. I'm very excited for that. So let us begin. I'll be putting the subtitles and the timer here. Sync it to whichever is your preference, and let's begin. Okay, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. In front of now it's a high school. Who's that? Oh, there goes Aragi. Aragi's voice. Basketball. Regretted it. Okay. Hmm. Right. What? What is happening? Hello? The, okay. Hmm. Help me. Fantasy. Oh no, this is not good. You shouldn't ask for that. What the? Oh my god, she's here! Dystopia's here. Damn. Shinobumonogatari. Oh, nice. Okay, here we go. Hospital. So she got hospitalized? Did Dystopia have her meal? I think so. Oh, there you go. Me, protagonist. Hmm. Damn. She just. Right. Sickeningly normal. But. Okay. Hmm. Oh, yep. The two holes. Right. Failed. Okay. So kind of like them who we saw in the when they went to the past. In the time travel arc. What? Next patient? Yeah. Whoa, there's more. Oh my god, there's more than one. 2 days ago. So, oh, hmm. So today there'll be another victim. Ah, makes sense. I don't think she is. Yeah. Yeah, because she knows. Yeah. Okay. Makes sense. Yeah, she's Arctic. Right. Yeah. Oh, so this is. This has been. Okay. Okay. So you won't bother us with. Right. He's like, oh, wow. Finally. Oh, no. Hmm. Interesting conversation. Oh, boy. Oh. So, okay. What the hell is it? What is it? In a shack? Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, oh my god! Yeah, she's like a ghoul. Like we saw in the time travel arc, like when Shinobu made the whole town into, the kiss shot, the past kiss shot. What? Ichimoto. Yeah, what was that? Oh, I see. B777 floor right next to it. Oh, that was. Oh no, never mind. I thought that was the password. Yeah. Oh wait, is it the password? Yeah, she's not dead. Okay. Hmm. Leaving mess. She's probably gonna. Hmm. Oh, what? That is weird. Yeah. Short haired. Maybe short haired. No, but why do they have the same strap? That's kind of weird. Were they acquaintances? Magari no Naose University. Oh, is this his university where he is studying now? I think so. Sinjogara's here? I think. Who? Uh, Menuka Hamukai. What? New friend. New character. Oh, so he was gonna bring it to her. D- I was thinking. Oh, oh, okay. Another clue. Yeah. Oh, that's what she doesn't understand. So she has already decrypted it. Why? Yeah, that is true. She immediately got it. Oh, that is true. Okay. Ah, okay. True. Yeah. So six and okay, I see. Yeah. Okay. So is this a password? Wow, that was. Right. Three prime. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. Alphabet for I, hmm. Damn. The- So, okay, now I'm getting confused. I have no idea what she's saying. SDV, okay. Maybe it's like the names? No, not the names. Hmm. Oh yeah, 231. Okay. Ah, right. I mean VSD. No. Oh no, never mind. I mixed it up. Oh, wait. So this girl who wrote the message, she did all of this in a few seconds. She's a genius. Oh boy. Wow. Okay. Hmm. Basketball. Yep. So they knew each other. That's why the same. Yep. Kambaru. And Kambaru as well, obviously. So she's okay. Okay, so maybe we can talk to her. Hmm. Yeah, obviously. Who else? Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. And club shocked. Right. Hmm. Early hours. Oh. Okay. Hmm. 2 nights. Then the third girl. Hmm. Hmm. Again. Okay. Yeah. Hmm. All right. All right. Yeah. I was saying that maybe it was she herself who did it. Dystopia herself. Yeah. Yeah. What the? Wait, who? Wait, is this that girl who in there was a girl they showed in one of the episodes in one season, I don't remember, with Kanbaru. Is this that girl? Yeah. Is she a married drinker? Yeah. Yeah. Probably because Kanbaru talked about him. Yeah. Yeah, that is. Oh no! The strap. What the? Oh, it's like an album. Oh, right. Oh my god. Yeah. Okay. Hmm. Okay, stop. What's happening in the basketball club? Yeah. Oh yeah, they were that girl was talking about that. Like like they're just no, they're practicing too much and everything. N- no. Yeah, they're like going overboard. Hmm. Collective responsibility. Wait. Oh, so this. Oh no, this is a different problem. Okay, I was thinking for a moment. I was like, okay, different, same song but different visuals. Okay. The car is just. What the Hmm. And that was today's episode. Okay, so right, we have a new problem. And okay, so first and foremost, like I was saying, at the beginning when Suruga and that girl, her friend, I forgot her name, they said that 5 girls are missing. I thought they were talking about those girls who became victims. But then I realized that no, it's not 5 of them. For now, at least we have had 3 victims. So this is a separate problem to that. So these 5 girls who have gone missing, this is a separate problem that they're having than this new problem that they're having now. Because technically they aren't really missing. They are just, sucked dry. That's it. Um, but yeah, all right. So there's like 2 problems now. First is the fact that they're missing, and who knows? There's possibility of more girls be going missing after this as well. And that's why I guess Suruga and she, that girl, are asking Aragi for help. And not only that, also on top of that, the fact that a lot of the girls are getting, like getting their blood sucked, and they're becoming these ghoul type entities. Now, here's the interesting thing. I feel like, what can I say? That Dystopia just coming in here and just feeding on these. Obviously, she needs to feed to keep living, I guess. Um, but the fact that she just came here and just start having to just having going around and just attacking people like this. I guess in a way you can say that she, what can I say? It might seem like, oh, she's doing a bad thing, but in a way, if you look at it from her perspective, she thinks that, oh, I'm a vampire, I will have to feed. So she's just coming and having her meal and just doing her thing. So in that sense, I guess, as a from a perspective of a vampire, she probably doesn't realize what she's doing is actually wrong in according to, obviously, people nowadays and society. So she probably doesn't realize what she is doing is actually, not okay. Because yeah, she you have to remember that back in the days, in the backstory of Acerola as well, we've seen she actually came to that place, that castle, not castle, but that place where Acerola was, to feed. She came there to feed. So, but then she didn't find anyone. So she went and found Acerola after that, and then the whole story started. So technically, she has been doing this from the very beginning. I'm guessing she probably goes to different places, finds people and feeds on them, and then moves on to someplace else. So this is like normal for her. So I'm guessing that's why, since she has such a detachment from today's words, she, that is why after coming here, she probably thinks that, oh, this is just what I do, this is normal for me. So she probably doesn't have any idea what she's doing is actually not okay in the modern world, obviously. And yeah, that people will start hunting her down if this keeps on going, because obviously people like Guyan, and all the other specialists, they are going to keep, they will be alerted about this, and they'll try to hunt her down because of this. So yeah, that's what's going on, I think. I don't know. You know what? I feel like we'll just have to talk to her. I'm sure we're going to meet her eventually. So then we'll see what she has to say, and other stuff. Either way, so yeah, we have started Wait, this is Shinobu Monogatari, isn't it? Let me check. Just a minute. Where was it shown? There was a section where it was. Okay, I cannot find it. Anyways, I cannot find it. But yeah, I'm pretty sure this is Shinobu Monogatari. So right. So yeah, we started today's episode, and a few things I want to discuss about here. First and foremost, Aragi is back. So yeah, it's been a while we've seen him, and he looks still kind of the same. The only difference is his hair. Um, and his hair is long. Now, here's another interesting fact. I think I've read this from some comment somewhere in some video, but apparently, the fact we've seen this in Hana Monogatari as well. The reason why he keeps his hair so long is because apparently he does that to hide his bite marks. Like long hair so he can hide it. I think it was like in one of the videos, like maybe like a YouTube video or something, where in the comments I kind of read, like someone wrote it, that apparently in the light novel he mentions it. The reason why he's lengthening his hair is because of that. Yeah. So and I guess that's why you can see here his hair is quite long. So yeah, he's back here, and he is back helping people. And this time, as Guyan says, that this time try to help some strangers, because I really need your help. And yeah, so he got like put into this problem where these girls are getting like their blood are getting sucked, and they're kind of becoming like a ghoulish type of creature. And there's like a little mystery surrounding this, because a few things we have to think about. First and foremost, as it was established, certain people are getting targeted. So that is another interesting thing that I'm thinking. Why is Dystopia like targeting basketball club members? You know what I think happened? I'm gonna make a guess here, but I think that girl in the very beginning, if you remember that girl, what was her name? Wait a minute. Onoharu? Wait, no. What was her name? No, sorry. Kei Harimase. Ki Harimase, sorry. Ki Harimase. This girl, you saw in the very beginning, this girl was like, oh, like I hope that I get attacked or something, and something happens to me. I don't want to go back to that club anymore, this and that. And when Dystopia comes in, she starts laughing, and they don't show us what happened after that. I think I can guess what actually happened. I think I also kind of can guess the reason why Dystopia is actually targeting basketball girls, like club members. It's probably because of this girl. This girl probably said something to her. Don't know exactly what she said, but I feel like there's a huge possibility after meeting Dystopia and realizing that she's a vampire or something, she probably told her that, oh, yeah, you can take my blood. Also, can you also target the other basketball club members and take them, consume their blood as well, or something like that, or something like that happened, and probably Dystopia agreed to it. So that is why Dystopia is just targeting basketball club girl members and from Naitsu High School. Because otherwise it makes no sense. Why is she just targeting them? There's so many people here in this town. Why particularly the basketball club, girls? It must be her, because you can see it seems like she's obviously not really happy with the whole situation. She was also talking about how the club has become, which we also get to know later on from Suruga's mouth, how the club has become this weirdly like strict, even though they are not able to produce any result. They're unusually strict and just like harasses other the club members and just puts a pressure on them. And that's why she was like, I want to leave. I don't want to do this. I hope that someone it went to such a degree that she was hoping that someone attacks her. Like, that is crazy. I've never heard anything like that before. So it wouldn't surprise me, because of that and because of the grudge that she has. She not only said that, oh, obviously drink my blood, but she also probably told Virtuoso that you should target the other members as well. And that's why Virtuoso is targeting the other members, maybe, you know. So yeah, that's the only thing I can think of. Otherwise, I don't know why she's targeting only the basketball, especially from ninth school, the basketball girl members, club girl members. So yeah, that's the only thing I can think of. Who knows? Maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong. Let's wait and see. And yeah, so that's the first thing I wanted to talk about. Now, a few other things. There's another similarity we can see, that the girls have like a what was that, the little like thing, that ornament thing, that accessory thing with the in the foam, that thing, the girls who are getting targeted, they have that. Now I'm assuming that's something that all the basketball club girls have, because you can see that girl in the end, Surga's friend, Kanbaru's friend, she also had it, even though she has retired, or she has, I think she's also retired, hasn't she, from the club? I think so, that's what they mentioned, I think. So even though she has left, she still has that. So I'm assuming this is like some kind of a, I don't know, like maybe like they decided that, oh, you know what, we're in the basketball club, so why don't we have like matching accessories? And all the girls like probably like agreed to that, and they decided to have matching accessories with their name initials in them, and so all the members have it, maybe, I don't know. So that's another thing. Right. So all these things are happening, the similarity with this is very interesting, like the similarity with the victims, like they have like a common thing between them, those that accessory thing, also the fact they're from basketball club, all these. So these are like the mystery part of this. Also, another interesting part here is that the living message, as they called it. So I think I myself kind of said this while reacting. I was like, how can someone who has gotten their blood sucked and who's almost like dying and collapsing, how can someone like that think of something like this overly complicated equation in their head, and like leave like a message like this? How is that even possible? Also, no normal human being can do stuff like that. Like that girl who Aragi met in the university, his new friend, it seems like she's a very, she's very intelligent, she's a genius probably. And so is Arag. We all know Arag is extremely smart as well, especially in mathematics. So that's why that girl was also surprised. She was like, wow, like Aragi, I'm surprised at the fact that you weren't able to decipher this. So, like I can immediately decipher it. So the fact that she could decipher it that quickly, obviously the big reason behind it is that she's smart, she's extremely intelligent, so is Aragi. I don't expect every single basketball club girl to have the same amount of like brain power to do that. No normal person can do this, especially individuals like Araragi and this girl that we saw, who are very intelligent probably, and very, they can probably just immediately think of it. So it is in no way is it possible for those girls at that exact moment of time, while they're almost collapsing from blood loss, to think of that and keep that dying, like give that dying message. So who left the message? Obviously, the only one left there, the person who is doing this, that is Dystopia. So she's the one who gave this message or kept the message. And as Aragi says, maybe this is like some kind of a, I don't know, like a signature that she's doing, like the way to kind of like let everyone know or whatever, like, oh, I'm here. So yeah. So that's another thing, the whole like message that we are getting to see, that is based on this, like, so it's probably Dystopia who's doing this. Also, I think one of the I think the reason why she's doing this is probably to like make sure that Shinobu gets this message, because she has come to this place, she knows Acerola is here somewhere, but she doesn't know where she is. So what she does, she starts like consuming blood from people and leaving this message, so that wherever Acerola is, she gets to see or gets to hear about this message, and she can decipher it, and then maybe they can meet or something like that, she's thinking. So that's a, like I can think of that as the reason why she's doing this. Like that is why she's just giving all these messages as a way to indicate that, oh, I'm here. Wherever you are, Acerola, come and meet me, or something like that, maybe. So that's possible. That might be the reason. I'm surprised at the fact that Aragi still hasn't consulted Shinobu, because like I feel like as soon as it was a vampire situation, I thought like he was going to talk to Shinobu about it. Maybe okay, wait a minute. I think Shinobu is not here, is she? Because she's currently like, okay, correct me if I'm wrong. Like Monogatari does this. Is this like, again, like is this like a like overlapping with something? For example, previously with the whole Sengoku Nadeko situation, that the whole Nadeko arc that we got before this, that situation, Ononoki was involved in that. So here you can see Gain saying that, oh, Ononoki is involved in something else. So is that happening while this is happening? Like, are those two incidents overlapping? That's my question. Because if that is the case, then maybe Shinobu's not in Aragi's shadow. Because if you remember, Shinobu went to Nadeko using Tsukihi's shadow, because obviously they're blood related, Aragi, Tsukihi, and Karen. So that's why she went into her shadow and then went, if you remember, we saw that, and then went to meet Nadeko. Maybe that's what's going on. That is why Shinobu is not currently in Aragi's shadow, and that's why Aragi hasn't contacted her. Or maybe she's just here and Aragi will probably talk to her about this later. But I don't know. I feel like as soon as he realized there's like some kind of vampire situation going on, I would have expected him to immediately talk to Shinobu about this. But the fact that he still hasn't done it makes me think maybe Shinobu's not here. She's somewhere. So yeah, that's the thing. But let me know. Is this like the whole overlapping thing is going on again? Is Nade Monogatari and this one, Shinobu Monogatari, are they overlapped? Are they overlapping the time? That's my question here. Anyways, so yeah, there you go. That was the other thing I wanted to talk about. Also, new characters we met today, quite a few of them. In a way, I guess, a few of them I don't think they will be important characters. The girls who were the victims in today, I don't think they will be important characters later. But I feel like two of the other two new girls that we met, they will probably be fairly important even in the future arcs. This girl, what's her name? The intelligent girl. Wait a minute. Meniko Hamukai. In the math department, new friend I made in college. Right. So this girl, it seems like she will probably be, fairly important. Also, she's, like looking at her, I'm like obviously she reminds me of Hanekawa, and I'm like, damn, it's been a while we've seen Hanekawa. It's actually been quite a while. So I wonder if in the upcoming future arcs, like we'll get an arc that is focused on Hanekawa. That will be nice. Right. Anyways, I went on a tangent. So that girl, I feel like she'll be important, fairly important, maybe in the future arcs as well. Also, this girl. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Is this the same girl that we met in that one episode in one season? I don't remember which season it was. So wait a minute. Let me check. Higasa. I'm pretty sure this is the girl because I feel like I've heard his name before. Higasa. That one girl in one episode, I don't remember, Kanbaru was sitting and that was the only episode we saw her, I think, that one girl. And she came and she talked to Kanbaru about a few things. I don't exactly remember the details of their conversation. I cannot even remember which season it was. But there was one season when she came and talked to her and she left. That was it. You know what? Let me just check. I feel like it'll be easier to just check. I don't think there's any type of spoilers here, but I think as soon as I see her face, I can recognize her. Her face in the Yep, that's her. Oh, Hana Monogatari. Okay, that makes sense because Hana Monogatari was focused on Kanbaru. Oh yeah, I now remember. She's the one who talked to Kanbaru about the devil. That girl again. I again forgot her name as well. The collector girl. Yeah, so she's the one who kind of like talked to Kanbaru about those rumors and everything. So there was that one episode she came and she just talked to her and she just left after that, and we never saw her. So it's her. Like I that name Higasite, it was in my brain. I was like, oh, I've heard this name before. So there you go. That's her. Yeah. So I wasn't 100% sure, but okay. Right. So makes sense. They were in the same club, and now that. And I was thinking, why is she here? Why did Kanbaru bring her here? But after that, like the whole scene at the end, we get to realize why she's here. She's here to talk to Aragi about the whole disappearances in the basketball club, the whole situation, and and she wants him to help them out with that in return for information about the girls. Because obviously Aragi needs information about the girls as well. But in return, she's like, I'm giving you this. Literally, at least 100 girls' personal information is in here. So I would expect you to help us as well with the disappearances that is happening. So that's what's going on. Right. Yeah. Oh, and also the reason why Aragi is doing this is because obviously Gain said that if you do this for me, then wait, how many years was it? 4 years that she said that I'm going to just leave you alone. Like I'm not going to bring you to do jobs or stuff like that. I think that's what she said. Wait a minute, where is that part? Okay, I cannot find it now, but when I'm going to talk about this in details in the scene by scene discussion section, I'll probably be able to find it. But I think she said like 4 years or something. So like the whole time of him in university, he'll be free. And one thing we need to remember is that like Aragi will actually has to work for her, because technically Aragi and Shinobu, the fact that they're still here and nobody's bothering them is because of Gain. Because Gain has, like, even though she's a specialist, she is like, yeah, you know what, you guys will stay here, you guys will not harm anyone, and and help us out when needed. And that is why she is looking the other way, even though we have a literal oddity in front of us roaming around, which is Shinobu. So that is why to look the other way and deem them helpful in this type of situation. That is why Gain is asking them to do, and Aragi cannot really refuse if you think about it, because technically he is under her debt in that sense. So that is why this is like a big thing for her. He's like whenever he's called, he has to come and help her out. So 4 years of none of that, he's like, okay, thank God, I can just live my life properly. So that's why he's like, okay, I'll take it. You know what? One job I'll do, and 4 years of just peace. You cannot call me, you cannot just drag me to work and stuff like that. And that is why I think he has to, and he's this much like yeah, he's like, I'm going to do this, because he technically cannot really refuse her because of the whole situation. So this is like a huge opportunity for him to just get a little bit of peaceful time. Yeah. Okay. And was there anything else of like discussing, worthy of discussion? No, I think that was it, wasn't it? Yeah, like majority of today's episode was the whole like deciphering the puzzle that we had, and that was very interesting. Like like the whole way the it kind of reminded me of those video games where you're like given like puzzles and stuff, and you have to like decipher them, and it's like so long winded, and like this connects to that, that connects to this, and you have to like so yeah. But the fact that that girl, what was her name, Miniko or something, forgot her name. The fact that she was able to just look at it and she was like, oh, I know what this is. Like 10 seconds. I'm like, bro, what? Oh, right. Yeah, so yeah, there you go. That was today's episode. Good start, and yeah, I'm hoping to see Shinobu in the future. Obviously, this is literally dystopia is here in this arc, so Shinobu will definitely come out in the future. So I'm looking forward to that. Um, yeah, and hopefully we get to see some other characters as well who we still haven't seen in this in this new season, like Senjogahara, maybe Hanekawa. I think it'll be difficult to get to see Hanekawa because Hanekawa is technically, wait a minute, is Hanekawa outside Japan now? Oh my god, I'm getting mixed up. All the informations are getting mixed up because technically she should be outside. If she's outside traveling the world now, then probably we won't be able to see her, and that's a shame. But yeah, Senjo Hara will probably see her somewhere in the down the line. Who else we haven't seen? I think we have seen every. Oh, wait. Who else have we not seen? I think we've seen everyone else, haven't we? Most of them in this season. The only one who we haven't seen is Senjo Gahara and Hanekawa, obviously. Um, I guess you could probably say, or like an Oshino, maybe like Kaiki. Yeah, them we haven't seen. Who knows? Maybe we'll see them later as well. But if Hanekawa is not here, then there's a huge possibility we might not see her. Yeah. Either way, there you go. Right. Yeah, and that was today's episode. Now, let me talk about this episode scene by scene. In the very first scene, you can see that scene where we see this girl. Wait a minute. What was her name? Kie. Kie Harimase. So, she is a new member of Narasi Private High School from the spring, part of the girls' basketball club. She regretted the decision. Obviously, they kind of say like why she regretted it. You can see she's just all tired and she cannot continue with this. The schedule, you can see, good lord, look at the schedule. Damn. Oh my god, there's 1 week where every single day they're practicing. That is insane. What the hell? Yeah, so she's like, oh, sports team that is practices regularly, even though we're not even that strong. She's just tired, and I was thinking, can she not just leave, or But I think maybe she cannot because you know like responsibility and stuff, and a lot of things. People will talk bad about her, and people will blame her and stuff. And a lot of a new can of worms will open if she tries to leave the basketball club. Maybe. So that's why she's like, I don't know what to do. Like the only thing that is left for me is to just someone to come and like attack me or something. I get hospitalized. That's the only way. So she's just roaming around at night and she's like, oh, someone please attack me, hurt me, put me in hospital. I don't want to do this because that's the only way of her escaping it. Like escaping this. I want to start over. Yeah. Anyways, but yeah, that never happens. Conveniently, someone is not going to come and attack her. So yeah, she kept living her life like that, and she kept wishing. Nothing happened. So after that, she's now one day she's or one night after when she was going back home, she's like, oh my god, like at this point, I don't care. It can be something else, not necessarily a thug or someone else. It can be like some kind of monster or some kind of like a supernatural being that comes and like attacks me and makes me so like so that I cannot go to that club anymore. Anyone, I'll take anyone. And as soon as she says that, in comes dystopia. So she says, I really feel this when I arrived in the country, but the greeting, time to eat, is a phrase that really isn't to my liking. And thanks for the meal is also rather silly. Okay, so yeah, she comes in and she's like, she introduces herself. Okay, so as you can see, they don't really show her attacking her. Okay, this is the part I was talking about in the previous section. Okay, you know what? Let me rewatch this scene again. You can see this girl, Kie. She's like, she was literally asking for like something like this. So she's like very happy and she's like, oh, like finally. And she's looking at her, and there you go. That's where it ended. Okay, that scene ended. So you can see Dystopia doesn't really attack her. So what I think, I literally talked about this a few moments ago. What I think is that Kie asked her, I think she asked her to like have her blood, and she probably asked her to do something to the other members as well. That is exactly why Dystopia is particularly choosing girls from the basketball club. Otherwise, why is she choosing girls from the basketball club? It makes no sense. There's so many other people in this town. Why them particularly? Is I think this girl did something. She probably asked her for help or something like that. Maybe she said like, oh, all of them, just make all of them, like take my blood as well and take all of their blood as well, so that we don't have to go to the club anymore, and something like that, she said. Maybe that's what happened. I don't know. Like that's the only thing I can think of why she's just targeting the basketball club members, but we'll see. Anyways, and that's where it starts. Okay, Shinobu Monogatari. Yep, Shinobu Monogatari, episode 1, Shinobu Mustard. Okay, part 1. So next scene, we get to see Aragi has come to the hospital, and you can see Gaien is there, and yeah, we have Kie over here. This is Kie, isn't it? Wait a minute. Okay, so Gaien says that she isn't dead, she's alive at even this condition. And yeah, so she's like, oh, just touch her and see if her vital signals are okay or not. So he sees it, and yeah, it is. Like her heart rate and everything is completely, yeah. Okay, yeah, Kie Harimasen. So wait, so she was the first victim. Yep. So it's obvious we saw Virtuoso for the first time there in Japan. So that makes my suspicion even stronger. The fact that she was the first victim makes me think she's the one who said something to her, probably, and that's why Virtuoso is just targeting the basketball club girls. Anyways, and we cannot even ask her because she's like in a weird type of like in a ghoulish type of stance. So I'm assuming we can bring them back to their normal, like senses, but I don't know exactly how we can do that. And also another thing I was kind of talking about before, like this ghoulish state, it kind of reminds me of I think in Bakemonogatari when we had not Bakemonogatari, sorry, in Monogatari season 2, in the Shinobu, I forgot the name of the arc, but the one where we went to save Hachikuji, where we time travel back and Shinobu saw all these ghouls just walking around at night. I'm assuming this is a similar state to that, you know. So they're like kind of like empty husks or something. Okay, so right, so after that she kind of explains what happened. She underwent vampirization, but not proper vampirization, but failed vampirization, as Gaien says, because obviously Aragi is an example of a successful one. So so she's like, don't expect everyone to just be successful in becoming a vampire. You were an exceptional case. So that's the whole situation. So this is like what happens when you fail it. Okay, so then she says that I hardly leave my room. It would trouble me if you feel trustworthiness because I'm leaving my house from the get-go. Wait, what? I don't understand this statement. What did she say? Yeah, I'm here to save this girl. Okay. Okay, the subtitles are a bit weird here, but I think she's talking about like the fact that I don't leave my room, but finally I'm coming out, you know, it would trouble me if you feel that, oh, like, since I'm here, everything will be okay. You know, like, because I guess, like, in a way, if you think about it, it's true. She barely even, like, like, directly comes and does any of the things. So she's just warning Koyomi that, oh, if don't think that since I'm here, that means that, oh, everything will be okay, or but I also need help in this situation. I think that's what she says, or something like that. I don't know, but the subtitles here are a bit weird. Anyways, okay, so then after that, she's like, all right, let's go to different places. Next patient. So she brings him to the other girl, second one, Aburi Honno. Okay, so there you go, same nice private high school. Yeah. Right, so she says that pedestrian discovered a mummified Harimase lying on the street 2 days ago. And last night a mummified Honno was found lying on her futon at... Wait, what? Okay, just a minute. Okay, yeah, wait, Harimase is Kie, isn't it? Yeah, Kie is... Okay, since she used her last name, I kind of like got confused there. So, Kie Harimase, who's the first girl, that girl, because I'm trying to think of the sequence, because like I said, it's very important to remember the sequence, because like Kie should be the first person that Dystopia attacked, otherwise my theory will fall off. Like Kie is the one who told her, I think, to do all of this or something like that, she said. So that would mean she needs to be the first person to be the victim, otherwise it wouldn't make sense. So that's why I'm trying to see the sequence. So Kie Harimase was the first person. Okay, that that properly fits according to what I'm thinking. Okay. So 2 days ago, she found Kie, and last night a mummified Honno, this girl, was found lying on her futon at her home by her mother. Okay, so yeah. 1 person per day. Okay, so but later on we also get to see that apparently the third girl we find is someone who got bitten before this girl Honno. So the third girl is actually second in chronological order. So first is Kie, then the third girl, then the second girl. And like timeline wise, I think that's what it is. We'll go to that part later. But Aragi is like, 1 person per day, and Gain is like, not necessarily. Maybe there's some we still haven't found. Anyways, Aragi asks the question, the biggest question here. He's like, are you suspicious of Shinobu? And he's like, no, obviously not. Like she's like, yeah, like I doubt Shinobu's going to do anything. And yeah, I was also thinking, in no way is she like doubting Shinobu, because it would make no sense. Yeah. So either way. She's like, no. She's like, I'm asking you for help because you know about vampires. Because, you literally, like, live your life with a vampire. So, that's why you yourself are kind of like a vampire. So, that's why I'm asking your help. You're the specialist in this situation. And she's like, it's nice to help out girls ever so often who have nothing to do with you. Okay. Okay, see, she also kind of says she's taking measures to bring Yozuru over here, but if she just stays still up until that time, a lot of victims will, start popping up. And here we go. This is where Aragi asks for Ononoki, and she's like, oh, that girl is on a different mission right now as well. So yeah, this is where I was thinking, like, is this overlapping with Nade Monogatari? So, like the timeline, because Ononoki was like very busy in that time, that Nade Monogatari's time. She was busy with Nadeko. So maybe that's what's going on. Maybe these two are overlapping, because Monogatari does this. You've seen this happen multiple times. They, their time is kind of here and there all over the place. So, okay. A job that is kept secret. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm correct. She kind of emphasizes the fact it's a secret from you, Koyomin, because probably it is a job related to Nadeko. And if you all know, this is something like anything related to Nadeko is being, especially like Aragi is being kept in dark because we all know what has happened. Nobody wants Nadeko and Koyomi to meet after that whole situation. you know like it's better for them to stay like a lot apart. you know so that is why she's like, oh, that is why it's a job kept secret, especially from you. So I think this kind of confirms that this is happening along with Nade Monogatari, or not. I'm not really sure. Like I said, let me know. Okay, so either way, and this is where she says, like, if you help me with this problem, then I will not bother you for 4 years. 4 years, isn't it? Wait a minute, let me check. Let me double check. I will not appear before you or contact you. No, wait, where did she say the 4 years? If you assist me in resolving the separation problem, I swear, yeah, there you go, 4 years. For roughly 4 years until you graduate from college. So yeah. And obviously Aragi is like, oh yes, definitely I'm doing it. Because like I said, Aragi is probably like just like bound to this whole like, oh, I have to help you out, because technically he has a debt to Gaien about the whole situation with Shinobu and a lot of other situation. So he's kind of indebted to her in that sense. The situation with Hachikuji as well, if you remember. So that is why he's like, he has to help her out, and so he cannot really turn her down and be like, oh, I don't want to do this job. He has to do it. So I can only imagine he probably had a plan one day to probably go out with Senjohara, and suddenly a phone call came, and Gaien on the other side is like, oh, Koyomi, you should come tomorrow, we have a job for you. And Aragi's like, bro, what? And I can imagine stuff like that has happened, and he's probably just frustrated. So now it's getting to know that, damn, 4 years of no nonsense. Okay, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna get that vacation. And that's why he's so like, yeah, he's like, okay, I'll do it. Right. So someone calls her, Gaien, after that, and Gaien's like, alright, another victim has been found. So they go to this girl's place, and again, another Nansu high school member, basketball club member, and this time she's in a shack, like a very weird place to just lay there, like as they deduce later, maybe it's Virtuoso who actually dragged her to the shack, or maybe they went to the shack and then Virtuoso fed on her. Nobody knows what happened. Either way, she's here, and then you can see like Aragi kind of tries to go and probably feel her pulse, but she tries to attack him in a ghoulish way. Like she's like a ghoul here. Anyways, thankfully Gaien takes puts apart the curtain, and the sunlight falls on her, and there you go. So this girl, her name is Kyomi Kuchimoto, and Gaien says like, oh, thanks for doing that, Koyomi, because technically if you didn't do that, they probably wouldn't have found the flashcards that she had in her hands. So they would have found it probably later, but not now. It would have taken a while. So that's why Aragi trying to do that kind of helped them in a weird way, because they found it immediately. I think that's what she says. When Kuchimoto attacked you to scratch you, it seems she dropped the flashcard she was holding in her hands. There you go. So she's like, okay, here we go. This is like a message. So Aragi's like, oh, dying message, but then she's like, oh, it's not dead, so living message. So the code is B777Q. And you can see, I was thinking up until the very end that this is like some kind of a password. So you can see Gaien tries to unlock her phone, but it's not unlocking. Okay, so he's like, I have someone who can probably help me with this. And the first person who came to my mind was Hanekawa, but then I was thinking like, I'm not even sure if Hanekawa is here right now, because like I said, I'm kind of confused with the whole chronological timeline. So I don't remember exactly if Hanekawa should be here now, or is she? I think she's probably abroad now. Either way, So there's a huge possibility, but I guess Araki can phone call her and be like, "Oh, Hanekawa," because that's what they did before. Uh, with the whole Kaiki situation, if you remember, when in Koi Monogatari, like most of the time Hanekawa was outside looking for Oshino, and a lot of the times they contacted her and talked to her on phone, and she helped her via phone. So I guess he could have done that as well, but I guess he had someone else who can easily do it. So yeah. Anyways, so he or no, wait a minute. I guess Hanaka would be the wrong person to ask help for in this situation, because if I remember, they kind of explained how Araragi's at least in these type of like code situation, which is yeah, Araragi is better in this because he's very intelligent in maths and stuff. So maybe yeah. So the fact that Araragi couldn't decipher it, that's why Araragi probably thought of that girl, who's also very similar to him. Who we meet later after this. So Gain is like, oh, interesting. Calling a dying message a living message is something new. I love the fact that they wrote a dining message because technically Virtuoso was having her meal at that time, so that's why dining message. Okay, right. Okay, so the next clue that they find is the accessory, the thing which had the abbreviation, the initials KK, so Kuchimoto Kyomi. So this is where Gain kind of says like, oh, if you don't remember, that other girl, Honno, as well, had the same strap with the same, with a different initial, obviously HA. So there now she's like, there's some kind of a common trait among the victims. And if you, I guess in a way you can see they kind of look the same as well. This girl, Honno, and the other girl. At first I was like, oh, short hair, but then I was like, no, probably not. Okay, so find this missing link will help us determining who this mysterious vampire is. Anyways, so you can see after that, Aragi goes on his way to the university. And wait, what is the name of the university that he's attending? What is the name? Wait a minute, let me check. Magari Naose. Magari Naose. Okay, interesting. A lot of these names, I can feel like these are like puns, wordplay jokes. For example, Aburi Honno. I think Honno is like I'm not really sure, but I feel like these are puns. I think these have a meaning, like a particular meaning, which is kind of, yeah. And Magari Naose, I feel like this also has some kind of a, my knowledge of Japanese isn't that advanced that I can, a lot of the Monogatari wordplay I can understand, but a few of them kind of goes over my head. I think a few of them are here. These are also some wordplay jokes, like Magari Naose. Okay, anyways, so yeah, he comes in and we meet his new friend. Okay, what's her name? Let me check her. There's so many characters that were introduced today that the names Meniko. So hola, Meniko Hamukai. That's her name. Math department, new friend. Yeah, I made in college. So he's like, oh, can I get your help in deciphering something? And she's like, okay. And he gives her the flashcard. And then she's like, oh, interesting. I'm surprised. Okay, there's something in the back as well written. And then she's like, oh, I don't understand. I don't get it. And Araga's like, oh, you don't get it? And she's like, yeah, I don't get the fact that you weren't able to decipher it. Because you're way better at me than that. Here we go. Aragi, who's smarter than me, can't decrypt something this simple. That's what's confusing me. Either way, she then gives us the answer. As we get to know, we're back to Gain's place and Aragi is explaining the answer. And he's like, oh, I could decipher it in 10 seconds. So here we go. it was funny because at the first part I was able to keep up with the explanation, but then at the last part I got confused. So the first part they kind of explain like B777. Obviously, if you take the B and Q in small letters, B and Q are kind of like the same. They're like, like kind of like, like upturned mirror image kind of thing. So in that way, if you put it into numerical way, then B and Q can also be called like 6 and 9, and they also kind of look the same. Here we go. Okay, so then she's like, comes part 2. So yeah, B and Q have the same shape as 6 and 9, so the new answer is 6 and 9, so it is equivalent to 67779. Now this part I thought this was some kind of a password to the phone or something, but no, this doesn't end here. Okay, so after this, then they say, like, she says, like, he says, like, oh, then she has the, like, habit of, prime factorizing, I think he says. Yeah, when she sees a group of number like this. So from these few numbers, he's like, a few of them we can think of. It's pretty obvious. 7, 67, and 79. These are the three numbers, the prime numbers. Okay, so now we have, okay, from here on it kind of gets a little bit confusing. We return to the Arabic numerical back into the alphabet for orthodox decryption. We return the Arabic numerals back into the alphabet for orthodox decryption. Right, so from here I don't understand. This is like some kind of a, like, like a, right, decryption method from Arabic numerals to alphabets. Okay, so then we have 7 is D. So SD and V. Then, so 67 is the 19th prime number when you start with 2. Then 7 is the 4th. So 19, 4, and 79 is 20. So then she puts them again in alphabets. So 19th letter of the alphabet, we're starting with A, is S. So 4th is D, then V. So she puts that, she transforms it into alphabets, then she kind of transforms it into numerical again, like prime number, and then now she's putting it back into alphabets. Like that's why I got confused here, because I was like, what's going on? Okay, now I understand. So now we got the three letters S, D, and V. So Dystopia Virtuoso Suicide Master. Yeah. D. Okay, now that is the end. SDV. So after that, there's a little bit more, like, change that they do here, which is the what is it called? The code at the back. I think it was 312, wasn't it? No, 231. So SDV 231. SDV, that was SDV, wasn't it? Wait a minute. Yeah, SDV 231. That means VSD. Virtuoso Suicide. No, wait a minute. Oh, wait. No. Wait a minute. What does he do here after that? I was like arranging it like in numerical order. No, wait. Okay, 231. Then not prime numbers, simply the order. In other words, you take the three letters you gain from the decryption, right, and you arrange it in the order of 2 things. Oh, they arrange SDV in that order. Okay, no, I was arranging the number in numerical order and then change it. Okay, never mind. Right, so 231. So D at first. D 231. Wait a minute. 231. DVS. Yeah. There you go. DV. Like, so 231. So D is the second one. So D V is third one, so V and then S. S is the first one. So DVS. Dystopia Virtuoso Suicide Master. Okay, and you can see Guyan immediately recognized it. For example, Dystopia Virtuoso Suicide Master. Say, there you go. So obviously, I'm guessing she knows about Dystopia from the very beginning. She is one of the specialists, so obviously she knows about her. And immediately when she was like, oh, vampire DVS, okay, Dystopia Virtuoso Suicide Master. So she's like, okay, you know what? I got my answer. Thanks, Koyumi. You know, like you helped me out. Okay, so this is where Guyan also says that I was going through the private records of the girls and found a surprising fact, which is 3 of them were doing the same extracurricular activities, which is basketball club. So obviously after that, we, you know, like basketball, we know the connection, Kambaru. So, you know, that is why you can see, obviously, since Guyan has her own trouble with her sister, you know, the complex that she has against Toei, that is why she cannot really go and contact Kanbaru about this situation. So she wants Aragi's help. So, you know, because Aragi has his contact with Kanbaru, so she's like, oh, can you help me out? And this whole complex that Guyan has about her elder sister. Wait, her name is Guyan Izuko, isn't it? Yeah, and her sister's name is Guyan Toei. Yeah. So the complex that she has, this thing we kind of saw in Zoku Owari, because it's interesting because I never knew, or I guess I never realized that Guyan kind of has a, like, you know, like Izuko Guyan kind of has a complex about her biggest like, you know, elder sister. And it was pretty obvious, and they kind of literally, like, you know, showed that to us in Zoku Owari Monogatari, where we saw like Guyan's, like, you know, like what Guyan left behind in that mirror world was her sister. And you know, like that was something that she, like, that whole thing. So yeah, that was revealed over there, but I don't know, like I didn't realize it, but I never realized it up until watching Zoku Owari Monogatari, that she actually has a complex about it. So that's why they kind of talk about it, and that she's like, yeah, I cannot really go and talk to Kambaru about this, so, you know, you go and help me, Koyumi. And she's like, can you get me the list of all the girls, so it'll help. Also, let me share what I found out rummaging through their belongings. Okay, after inspection from the scene, the girl who is the third mummy seems to have been the victim in the early. There you go. This is where, like, they explain. So the order of, you know, first is that girl, Kie. Then we have the third girl who was attacked second time. So she was the third person to be found, but Kuchimoto was the second victim. So the third person we found was the second person who got attacked. So they then kind of explain that, you know, Kie Harimaze, first year of Naosu High, assaulted 2 nights ago. Okay, we saw that. Then, before dawn broke, vampire assaulted another Naosu first year, Kyomi Kuchimoto, who was third girl we found. She was, like, you know, attacked at like 5 a.m. or something before dawn broke, as they said. And then, after that, it's unknown whether they dragged her into the shack, then drank her blood or something. Drank her blood, then carried. Nobody knows. Either case, happened during the night. Like a vampire, they rested during the day. Obviously, she probably went to sleep there in the same shack. And I guess that's why she also dragged her into the shack as well, because, you know, like, she didn't want her to be under the sun. You know. So again, this is also kind of showing how, even though she's attacking them, there was no reason for her to drag her along with her into the shack. She could have just left her in the outside under the sun, but she did it. So, you know, so she doesn't get hurt. Anyways, and when night again fell, then she went for Aburi Honno. There you go. And that is the chronological order as to how this happened. Okay, this is why Aragi also asked, should we involve Hachikuji in this? And she's like, no, I don't know about it. So even though she's a god, she's actually in their side now. She's clearly on the side of apparitions. So, it won't be a good idea. Anyways, Aragi's like, alright, let me go and talk to Kanbaru after this. So, yeah, and this is where you can see Aragi, while going, deduces that it's not the girls who are leaving these messages, it's her who's leaving the message. And like I said, it's pretty obvious. I think the reason why Virtuoso is leaving the messages is so that it's a way of her trying to contact Acerola, because she knows Acerola is here in this town. So like this, she's trying to get her name out so that Acerola hears about it and they meet, or something like that she's trying to do. Anyway, so then we go to Kanbaru's house, and then we also meet Higasa over there, Kanbaru's friend, who's here, and Aragi's like, what the hell, you two, like, what's going on? So, and then, after a little bit of, laughter and giggles and stuff, they also talk about how Higasa says, like, even though I haven't really talked to you, it feels like I know you, because I guess Suruga has talked about him so much, and from the other rumors and stuff about Aragi, the only delinquent who's graduated or something. And she's like, oh, can I brag to my friends that I have, and you can see Aragi sees that she has the same ornament, and he's like, okay, she kept it even after retiring. Anyway, this is where Higasa's like, oh, there you go, I have the information, but Higasa's like, nope, I'm not going to give it to you. Aragi's like, why? And Higasa's like, just think about it. There's at least 100 girls' name here, their information, private information, everything is there. This is a huge thing that I'm doing, and you are known as like a degenerate. She calls her like Aragi hentai. Oh my god, again the wordplay, senpai and hentai, I guess. And yeah, and she says, like, I'm going through, like, I'm literally giving these to you. This is like a huge thing. That is why you have to promise me to help us out as well. This is a problem that you are the only one who can help us with. So Aragi's like, okay, like, what is it? Tell me. So this is where she says that the girls' ball became terrible after we retired. So yeah, basically Aragi's like, oh, so since you guys retired, did they get weaker? And she's like, no, it's not that. It would have been better if that was the case. They, started just, yeah, the solidarity is gone. The only thing is left is collective responsibility. So as we got to know from that girl in the very beginning, Kie, that they're literally kind of pressuring them too much, like with a lot of practice, and it's tiring. It's probably mentally stressing them out, and a lot of things are going on. And then they kind of drop the biggest information, is that of the 100 members on the roster, 5 has gone missing. Like I said at the beginning, I thought this and that is connected with the Virtuoso situation, but then I realized no, she said 5. It's only 3 we have gotten to see who have gotten their blood sucked. So this is a completely separate thing that is going on. So this new problem that we got is a different thing than the whole Virtuoso Suicide Master situation. So I think so, at least. And that's where it ended. So yeah, there you go, great episode. A lot of things we got to see, a lot of new characters we got to meet. And yeah, let's see what happens and how this thing proceeds. And there you go. I had a few conclusions I got to on my own in today's episode, a few speculations. Like I said, the whole Virtuoso situation, I think Kia is the one who told Virtuoso to do all of this, since she's the first one that he found. And a lot of things kind of indicates towards that, because why she just targeting the basketball girls, the members. And a few other things I kind of thought of today and kind of speculated. Maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong, we'll see, as we keep watching. And there you go, that was it. That was my reaction to today's episode. Great episode. I'm glad to see Aragi again, and I hope we get to see Shinobu. I'm sure we'll get to see Shinobu after this. It's literally called SHINOBUMONOGATARI, so yeah. So yeah, and there you go, that was it. Thank you for watching, guys. This was my reaction to episode number 9 of Monogatari of and Monster season. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, or you haven't subscribed. Comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know. I'll check them out. That is it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next week with another episode. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.